Hi there, my name is Heather. I've had a lot of people tell me I should start a video log. I was recently diagnosed with multiple sclerosis. I knew absolutely nothing about it. I'm never sick, I never have any issues. I kept thinking, no, this is crazy, this can't be right. So I thought I could inform you. That way, if you ever have issues in the future, or a family member or a friend, or if you too are going through the same thing, you can kind of relate. Maybe we can share stories. So first of all, multiple sclerosis is overactive, hyperactive immune system, which basically attacks your myelin membrane, which surrounds your brain and your spinal cord. And when it attacks, it causes these holes or these lesions, which where it's exposed, where these holes or lesions are, is where you get your symptoms from. So my story is the week of Thanksgiving, I had my third miscarriage, and 3 days later, my legs went numb. I could use my legs, but they were totally numb. It didn't feel right. When I rubbed my feet together, it felt like I was always wearing socks, even though I wasn't wearing any socks. It just didn't make sense to me. So I called my fertility doctor, and my fertility doctor said, okay, no, that's not right. So he referred me to a neurologist. My neurologist then ordered that I have 3 MRIs, one of my brain, and one of my neck, where my spinal cord is, and one of my back for my spinal cord. My brain was with and without contrast, so if there were any lesions, you could see the active lesions, and then without contrast, you could see my brain. So from there, my doctor, while we were waiting on the results of my MRI, then ordered for me to have a nerve test, and in the nerve test, he tested my responses of my nerves by pulsing electrocuting my nerves, and putting needles in my hands and my feet, seeing my responses. All I got from that was, in the future, I'll have carpal tunnel in my right hand. That's it. So from there, we got my MRIs, and my doctor finally diagnosed me with multiple sclerosis. I had 40 to 50 lesions on my brain, and I have a few on my neck. None in my back yet. So he then referred me to a multiple sclerosis specialist who could actually diagnose what type I have and provide treatment. My neurologist, unfortunately, didn't know a whole lot about multiple sclerosis. He knew enough to diagnose me, but not enough to treat me. So I then started going to a multiple sclerosis specialist in the medical center in Houston. She was supposed to be the best of the best, and she's great. And from there, she looked at my MRIs and told me I had old scarring, which means that I've had this for a while, and she said it could have been in places of my brain that I didn't necessarily use. I know in the past I did have dizziness, and I would feel off balance, but I've always been kind of clumsy, and I didn't always eat when I should have eaten, and I get dizzy, so I just kind of put it off like it was nothing, it's just minor, that can't be anything serious. And turns out that it was possible that I had this when I was in my 20s, and I had no idea. So the miscarriage is what actually brought on the big symptoms, like my legs going numb. So my doctor ordered that I have steroid treatments 5 days consecutively at a hospital, and from there we were going to wait a month to see if it worked. Before I was waiting for my steroid treatments to work, I started to lose my ability to walk at certain times. My poor husband, had to carry me around, and it was getting worse. Once I started my steroid treatments, it's almost like my body was attacking the steroids. After every steroid treatment, I could hardly walk, if walk at all. So I had to order a wheelchair. Once I completed my 5th day of steroid treatments, which was January 22nd, I could no longer walk. So it has been now 2 weeks and 2 days since I had my last steroid treatment. My doctor said it could take a month. My next appointment is February 20th. And I just had the ability to really walk on my own starting 2 days ago. So literally 2 weeks from when my treatments ended. I cannot fully walk. Yesterday I was able to walk all day, but last night I couldn't walk at all. I was back in the wheelchair, my husband carrying me around, poor guy. But what I do want people to know is it does get better. It's better if you get it treated as quickly as possible. And they did put me on these shots called Capaxin, which I give myself shots 3 times a week. And this is supposed to help slowed down the progress of multiple sclerosis. I was diagnosed with relapsing remitting because I did have the old scars. It showed that I have had this before and they went away, and then it came back when I had the miscarriage. This is a really good kind because once I get rid of my symptoms, they could go away. I could get them the next day, or I could not get them till I'm 90. Nobody knows for sure, but the possibility of not getting them till I'm 90, really hopeful that happens. The best way to deal with this disease is to stay positive and know that you're going to make it through. And of course, with God, I've definitely had help, and with family and friends. I was a superintendent at a construction company, a commercial construction company. We build schools. Assistant superintendent, sorry. And I love my job, but once you get diagnosed with this disease, you just have to know, you have to be aware that the things that you could do before, you can't necessarily do anymore. Like, I cannot be on a job site where there are several holes at one point that I could fall into because my balance is not right. I mean, I have to think about my future and change my career, and you have to change the way you do things, but it's not that bad, honestly. I really think that I'm going to be okay, and there's always another career for me to get, and I love my life. So don't get down. Stay positive. Always laugh. Surround yourself with people that make you laugh, and you will get better. You will. And with God and with your family and with your friends, and even if you don't believe in God, just honestly stay positive and keep yourself surrounded with great people that will always make you laugh. Don't let those people feel sorry for you, because you're going to be okay. You can make it through this. This cannot kill you. It's not curable. You can get through this. All right. Well, that's my video for today. I hope I helped someone understand the symptoms. There's a lot more symptoms, which I will go over at a different time, since I'm already rambling way too much. And if you guys have any questions, just let me know. I'm going to keep talking to you guys. I'll show you days when I have really rough days. Today's a good day. That's why I have makeup on and stuff. But a lot of days, I'm not looking so good. I don't think I'm looking so good today either. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.